What's up, you guys? This is Ebony Ohen, and I'm a senior digital media arts student here at Prairie View.
Hey y'all, I'm Monet Rito, and I'm also a digital media arts student here at Prairie View A&M University.
So the studies show that 80% of college students are suffering from mental health issues. In the midst of this being Mental Health Awareness Month, we brought together students to sit down and talk about their own personal experiences.
While they're talking, we'll be designing posters inspired by the conversation.
Yes, so let's get to it.
Let's do it!
So mental health to me is extremely important. As someone who has suffered from self-harm and depression just in my collegiate journey, one of the things that I've had to do was learn how to cope with it. And the most important way that I've learned how to do that is by just talking to other people. And in talking to other people, I've realized that there are other people, students, family members, just people that I associate with on the daily who are struggling with some of the same things that I'm dealing with. And sometimes, you know, we think that isolation is the best way to handle it, but I've learned just being out and being involved has helped with coping with it better.
I think with me, I do tend to try to cope with it. I do try to isolate myself. I've noticed that I usually, when I'm too stressed or I feel like it's too much, I just go to my room, turn off everything, put my phone on Do Not Disturb, and just try to be by myself, meditate. And that's kind of concealing it. I feel like I'm gonna get to a point to where I'm not gonna be able to cope with it by myself. And I'm starting to feel like I need to start reaching out. So this year, I'm probably gonna actually try to seek out counseling services. Up until 8th grade, I went to private school. And I had to deal with trying to relate more to the white culture because I would get bullied in the sense of I was so different that people would say, oh, can I feel your hair? Why is your nose so big? Why are your lips so big? It's because it created an atmosphere to where I would say, oh, I started blaming myself because this is me. And I never identified me as me. I try to identify as being someone I wasn't. And I try to conform into that white atmosphere, that white culture that they had. And that, in a sense, has created an atmosphere of depression for me. Just looking back at it and seeing the type of things I had to accept as a young male, a young boy, and knowing that I didn't have someone I could talk to because my parents were always gone traveling at work and stuff like that. So I kind of cope with it myself by identifying with the stereotype of an African-American male, no one to talk to, and no one to reach out to seek out help. So that's kind of shaped me to some of the things that I do today that people don't really understand. And I probably need to talk to people about it because people don't understand where I come from. So when they see one side of me, is like, oh, he's arrogant, stuck up, but they don't see the past of what I had to deal with, and I don't talk about it. So it creates my characteristics.
I was afraid being around so many of my own people because I was raised in a predominantly white town where I was judged all the time. I've been spit on, my hair has been cut intentionally. We've had crosses burned in our front yard. We've seen night riders riding down the street. And so I felt like I didn't fit in with them, and then I didn't feel like we would accept me. And so what I did was I took the time out to really get to know people around campus in the fall. And then in the spring, I started getting out a lot more. I started rubbing elbows with these people, one of those people being you. And so when I became more when I became more used to how things worked on campus, I began to step out of my comfort zone a lot more. And then students started to recognize me as someone who was helpful, someone who was very knowledgeable about the school. Not just in terms of, hey Jess, where can I go for this, but in knowing Prairie View's history, and knowing Prairie View's tradition, and just being positive and uplifting. So when people look up to you in that sense, it helps you uplift you so you can feel better about yourself.
Mm-hmm.